Oh, I've been muted this entire time. As we can see, my buttons be broken. Okay, I'm gonna look it up. How to fix Stream Deck in OBS 28. .33? Wait. That's not the one I have. Nope. Well, I know I have 5.33. It's been a month. I wish I could show you guys. It's just like waiting for OBS. Whatever. I'll figure this out when I'm not streaming. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. I've heard the rumors about the disbanded Scions of the Seventh Dawn. The formerly secret society has in truth become all the more secret, that it may pull our leader's strings from the shadows. Hold it right there, mister. I won't stand here and listen to you slander John or this lovely bunny any longer. You better not libel them neither. We actually came in search of Inspector Hildibrand, a dashing gentleman who we think was brought here by a shiny flying saucer. You wouldn't happen to have seen either of them around here, would you? I'm afraid I have seen neither. Long was it my duty to keep watch, but as the need for constant vigilance has since ended, I've grown accustomed to idleness. It's rather refreshing, really. Anyway, perhaps the Lopritz may have observed this man or his abductor. I feel I would have remembered if I had. Others might have seen something, though. Why don't I take you over to Bestway's Burrow, and you can ask them about it yourself? That sounds like a wonderful idea. Please lead the way. If nothing else, getting an eyeful of the facilities you built for the benefit of mankind should help reassure your suspicious friend there. One 15214. Just checking thingy. Yeah, 15214. That's the one I'm on. Bruh. I'm actually completely on the latest, like, OBS compatible version. I hate everything. Anyway. So many bunnies. If they can build a forward base on this scale, then what hope does mankind have against them? Oh, for the love of carrots, this is not a military operation. Do you see any cannons or assault craft? We haven't any weaponry at all. Take your time and chat with whoever you like. As for me, I've got perfectly innocuous and not at all nefarious things to do. Bye now. They did that on purpose. Right then, let's get on with the investigation. Now accompanying you, keep them at your side or perceive the contradictions. Blah 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 blah. That's annoying that my stream deck is broken. Actually, hold on a second. If I kill the stream deck... Oh, I have to stretch my legs out there under the stars, but you can't say I've noticed anything out of the ordinary. Sorry. Okay, hold on a second. I'm gonna kill the stream deck and try and, the stream deck? Okay. And reopen it. Would that fix it? Probably not. Nope. Oh no! It works! Okay. I may need to reset Stream Deck after opening OBS all the time, but it's fine. Not to worry, we'll try our luck elsewhere, thank you. Furry-faced liars, a lot of them. They're probably hiding an entire fleet of alien attack craft. Dorian, or whatever your name is. Silence yourself. No one wants to hear your weirdness. Like, legitimately, does anyone ever want to hear conspiracy theorists talk? It works. Anyway. Oh, ever since we built the Cytotron 6000, we get all kinds of people around here. Could you describe your missing friend in a bit more detail? Gentlemanly and likes to do this. Was very gentlemanly and dapper, if you look past the almost certainly tattered state of his clothing. Though their fashion sense can be a bit eclectic, our visiting adventurers are always dressed impeccably. Not to be rude, but I have a feeling your friend would have stood out in that crowd. He's probably strapped to a table somewhere even as we speak, enduring unspeakable experiments. Shudder. From what I've pieced together so far, the giant alien is the master, and all these smaller xenobunnies are artificial life forms created to serve as minions in his armies. Their harmless appearance is part of the strategy. As soon as you let your guard down, snap. They take you down like a pack of tiny herbivorous wolves. Dorian has some interesting theories, doesn't he? Being nibbled to death by a mob of cuddly bunnies doesn't sound like a bad way to go. It doesn't. Oh, okay. I was just like, wait, is the sound coming out? It is. Again, Nashu is right. Dorian is a weirdo that I want to yeet off a bridge. Not the same bridge I want to yeet, what's his name off of though? Gilgamesh from Fate. That one I just want to I just want to yeet him off of the bridge on top of the LA River. Because the LA River's all dried up and shit. No gentleman in ragged clothes, I'm afraid, but I did spot an object in flight that I couldn't immediately identify. It was while I was out gathering materials in the south of Marilamentorum. I presumed it was just some elegant relic or new species of floating jellyfish. I didn't think too much of it. Core, now that sounds promising. Thank you for your time. I may or may not do a second bonus stream to do trails. What's this then? A pod for growing new xenobunnies. They must plan to produce them in the millions and overwhelm us with their sheer fuzzy numbers. Ah, how could I have been so blind? Those aren't ears, they're psychic wave generators. They lure people close to their precious little faces and then bam, brainwashed. I figured it all out, alien scum, and once the world reads my special edition, your dreams of domination will be done. For, ha! Or you'll be out of a job. What a strange and oddly aggravating man. Is he a friend of yours too? He thinks he's a friend to the people, but I don't think any people are his friends. Ouch! Ouch, Nashu! Ouch! That's a clip. Right, let's get out there and find that flying object. Do you know which direction is? South. Wait, I'm coming with you. Don't leave me alone with the brainwashing xenobuddies. So, Dorian is xenophobic, which means he is the big dumb. Unfortunate. We gotta deal with a man with the big dumb. But what can I do? The game is forcing it upon me. I would have left him as Bradson Han. I tried to leave him down there! Why, Nashu? Why? Why did you betray me like that? It might have been because I update. I'm trying to figure out what caused it to break on me. Because we are waiting for the update and then updating afterwards should have means it stayed fixed, and it was fine yesterday. I know this because it muted and unmuted. Oh god, yesterday's stream, the feels on that one, I may actually just avoid streaming for Trails from Zero. But yeah, I like this is my new fit for Astrologian. Search for the flying object. You may move the camera as well, zoom in and out, blah blah blah. Dude, we know this shit already. Oh, I need to do the Omicron stuff, but I don't. It's not letting me move it. There we go. A familiar youth dangles beneath the alien craft. Best pretend you didn't see that. Eh? What? Took me 2 clicks. Ah, there it is. And there it goes. Come on, we can't let it get away. Don't worry, I have Burb. That Burb is definitely isn't me in animal form. Or true form, I should say. Well, it's got different colorings than I would have. I may be wearing a white shirt, but my aesthetic is still all black. We did it, John. We found the inspector. Case closed. Horrendous. Only aliens could subject a man to such a callous and physically implausible fate. Are my eyes playing tricks on me, or do you see a whole field of planted Hildibrands? Well, well, what a delightful surprise to see you here, wherever here happens to be. My, what an impressive specimen of a gentleman you are, good sir. The same could be said of you, my good man. Is this an extemporaneous gentleman's club? I may be so bold as to join you. I wish I had got him to do it in sync. What in the name of the occult is happening here? Where did they all come from? Could be their Hildibrand clones grown in an alien laboratory's flesh vats. Scare the ever-living crap out of him. Or just... They're phantom Hildibrands created by the refraction of starlight through swamp gas. Yeah, let's go with that one. It makes absolutely no sense, and I'm just taking the piss. Imposters, you mean? Don't worry, I know just how to find the real inspector. Cease and desist, naturally. Use your powers of deduction, not just destruction. They're also authentic and synchronized. I also can't tell the difference. She just blew it out. Oh, that also ASMR'd me. Yikes. Well, look no further, for I am the one and only Hildibrand, agent of inquiry and inspector extraordinaire. The one and only? I believe that would be me, good sir. How odd, I think you'll find that I am the original Hildibrand. Oh, I'm more than certain that I am Hildibrand. As am I. Could it be that we are all Hildibrand? How positively marvelous. I propose we celebrate this auspicious moment as only a mob of Manderville men can. Hey, they did it synchronized. What manner of waking nightmare is this? Ah, you get used to it. I should get Sage up to 90 because this would be so much easier with Sage. The insta-cast attacks. Apologies for the confusion, my friends. I assure you that this time you stand in the presence of the inimitable Hildibrand Helidor Maximilian Manderville. Man's got a mouthful of a name. This diminutive blue chap here is my new associate, Master Poo-Poo. Another alien species. Of course, you're building a clone army to invade our star, and what we stumble upon was a field test. I do not believe we've had the pleasure, my excitable fellow, but I promise you that the amicable Master Poo-Poo has no desire to wage any clone wars. Then what's this all about? Are you telling me you weren't abducted? A simple misunderstanding. Oh, what a charming little rascal you are. An offshoot of the Mandragora family, perchance? Ah, I see. Pleased to make your acquaintance, Master Poo-Poo. So his name's not actually Poo-Poo. Might inquire as to our current whereabouts. I had but recently reunited with Nashu and John, and would greatly appreciate it if you could convey me back to my prior location. So how do we know what's a misunderstanding? Now that this thing is trying to eat us all. Splendid. Full speed ahead, my dear fellow. Steady now. This is not what I had in mind. forward, you've generated a veritable battalion of identical gentlemen. Surely the world could never safely contain so much pure Mandervillian magnificence. Could you perchance reverse the process? Oh gods, no, not like that. Mummy! Thus I conclude that Master Pupu has no grasp of the common tongue, and his true intentions, while surely peaceable, remain woefully unclear. It's only through frenzied gestures that I managed to direct him back here and have him clean up our Manderville multiplicity incident. I hail from a star a great distance from here. I came in search of a friend whose communications halted mid-exploration. Oh, that's right. The echo allows us to understand other beings. All this way to aid a comrade in distress, you say? The devotion and the determination. Your touching story has sunk its hooks into my heart. You have a heart? Fear not, my blue-hued friend, for I, Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, expector extraordinaire, have attached myself to this case like a stubborn barnacle on a kraken's back. Oh, God. I swear to you, here and now, I shall scour all of creation from the deepest pit of the seven hells to the very pinnacle of the heavens for the missing comrade that you so desperately seek. I have a crafter level 30 to make dyes with, right? Tell me, John, how is it that you're able to understand Master Pupu's language? The powers of the echoes. Ah, you mean persistent repetition. It sounds similar to the Mandeville art of parley. You say you have an extrasensory ability that allows communication with aliens. How fascinating. Yes, most fascinating indeed. Pending mysteries aside, I am glad indeed to once more be in the company of my faithful assistant and stalwart contemporary both. Yeah! Give me that $28. I wish I could, like, transfer this into, like, real-world money. Very desperately. Just imagine, like, 130k. The imperfect gentleman. Unfazed by events that would shatter the mind of a lesser man, Hildibrand stands ready to begin his next case. So begins the case of the silent correspondent. Not to rain on your parade, but my friend who was somewhere on your star stopped sending me messages. Is not a lot to go on. I spent years investigating the existence of aliens, and recent experiences notwithstanding, they are not that easy to find. Then you don't know Inspector Hildibrand. He'll solve this case as he solves countless others, with unerring perception and panache. Well said, Nashu. I need but relinquish conscious thought to investigative instinct, and the clues will flow to me forthwith. Lose yourself in the deductive current, Inspector. Yes, you're channeling, aren't you? contacting a higher power to breach the Veil of Mystery. Another fascinating development. No, Dorian. No. Ah, there you are. I've been looking all over. I thought you'd like to know that I spotted that chap you're asking about. You know, the well-muscled gentleman with the tattered clothing and dazzling teeth. You mean this gentleman? We found him too. Well, that can't be right. I just saw him in the north of Mare Lamentoro, and he ran the other way when I called out. I don't understand how he could have arrived before me. I have a feeling, Mr. Bunny, sir, that what you saw was an imposter. John, would you mind asking Mr. Poo-Poo if he was growing any more inspectors on the moon? What's his actual name? I only created a single batch, but one did manage to escape the vaporization beam. That individual's behavior was unpredictable, a flaw in the cloning process, I'm afraid. No. Well, this won't do at all. We cannot have a flawed inspector running around besmirching the Manderville name. Master Poo-Poo, I must ask that we hunt down and liquidate my other self as soon as possible. Might we delay the search for your comrade until the deed is done? The imperfect clone was of my making. It is only right that I redress my mistake first. So begins the case of the imposter inspector. Ooh, that does sound exciting. If you don't mind me coming along, I can show you the place where I saw the imposter inspector. I remember there was a thing I wanted to ask about, because for some odd reason that I know not, every time I ask for something seemingly ridiculous for the game, we get it. Like 20 glamour plates, you know. The ability to do them in any sanctuary, stuff like that. We've gotten it. There was a thing I wanted to ask about, but I have no clue what it was, because ADHD go blur. But if I ever remember it, I'll probably mention it on stream in a recording type setting or something. I spy with my little eye, no dashingly defective gentleman. You can't have made it that far on foot. Why don't we try searching the immediate area, scan the horizon, that kind of thing? Let's just we split up so we can cover more ground. Nashu, John, and I will investigate the northwest. Right, I'll take these other two and head northeast. Splitting the party again, and you're leaving me with the aliens. Oh, relax, bright eyes. We'll have a nice chat, and I can disabuse you of all those strange conspiratorial notions. Oh, and we can get to know our new friend here. It's weird that I've asked for 2 things on stream. Oh, and the 3 things, actually. The unfuck up the damage we get as melee users. As well, put John in the van, if you please. The Vanguard. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, a goldsmithing hammer is lodged into the thinker's carcass. It appears to have been dealt. These single swift killing blow. Or the bugs grow big up here, don't they? This hammer surely cannot be. Nay, it does not bear thinking about. Come along, nothing to see here. Hildibrand scared of his dad. Another goldsmithing hammer, another killing blow that bespeaks unparalleled strength. Oh, it looks like he's yawning. The hammer's stuck in his head, supposed effect though. He cannot be here. Why would he be here? That's a goldsmithing tool, isn't it? It does look awfully familiar. And yeah, completely unrelated to our case. Moving on, people, moving on. Trail of fancy footprints. Oh no. A set of gentlemanly tracks leads to the northwest. Aha, in the sand, in the snow, or a half elm of moon dust. I'd recognize those fancy footprints anywhere. They're a perfect copy of mine. Our fugitive imposter must be just up ahead. I sense a gentlemanly presence. He is close, very close. No clothes in the northeastern quadrant that we could see. That's clever. Mr. Cooper can scout for us from the air. Ah! Aha! I found me! Why did I flee? Seems sad, downcast, very uninspector-like. Flawed creation to be sure, such negative emotions would never mar the heart of a true Manderville man. Praise Thal for his patience. 'Twould seem my beloved Hildy has been awoken from his unnatural slumber. Abandoning my gentlemen comrades to save myself, my pride in worse tatters than my maltreated wardrobe. Yeah, this clothes is definitely flawed. My fatherly love denied, unthinkable, unless that is not my son. This reminds me I need to finish DC Universe Online. Another of me survived. I'll not turn tail and run this time. No, sir. Hildibrand to the rescue. Round and round as fast as I can. I can't slow down. I'm a Manderville man. Manderville dance of the ephemeral twins. That's hilarious. Now I know I'm dreaming. That can't possibly be real. No, it's real. Ah, that was a little something we were preparing to welcome the people of Etheris. I almost forgot it was still there. The barrage appears to have stopped, but just look at all this junk. Please be sure to pick up your litter before you leave. The moon belongs to everyone, you know. Oh. Hildibrand, Helidor, Maximilian, Manderville, how glad I am to see you up and about. Your mother will be beside herself with joy. And smack you repeatedly. I always stand before you now thanks to Nasha, who stood ever vigilant at my bedside, and to John, who ferried my soul back from across the rift. My son is indeed blessed with comrades of quality. You have my heartfelt gratitude. To you, Master Poo-Poo, I extend my apologies. In my excitement, I fear I have broken your starship. If there's aught I can do to help effect repairs, you have only to ask. My vessel experienced a temporary malfunction, but there was no major structural damage. It brings me relief and joy to hear it. Ahem, might I have a word, John? I had actually come to the moon in search of a certain rare ore, and by Thal's good graces, my quest has been successful. The ore, however, is but the first step of a longer saga. Meet me back in Radzat Han, and I'll explain the role I wish you to play. Yes, I think it's best we make the journey starwards. I will not find Master Poo-Poo's friend from up here unless someone packed an extremely efficacious spyglass. Anybody? No? Then home it is. For years, I've chased after the supernatural and the inexplicable, but to encounter so much of it in such a short span of time, my mind still reels from the implications. Yet I must keep my gaze focused beyond the veil. A chance like this comes only once in a lifetime. Ah, how lovely to be back on the star of my birth. Father did not tarry to chat, but said something about returning here with a trusted employee. Well, we've no time for further familial pleasantries. Nashu and I must devote all our mental energies to the case of the silent correspondent. My keen inspector sense impels me to begin our search in that direction. Make haste, my companions, for justice awaits for no man, not even one who is little and blue. Inspector, wait! Can't justice make an exception for me? This channeling appears to be remarkably effective. Fascinating, yet most fascinating indeed. John, forgive me, I seem to have been laboring under a misconception. After spending some time with the Xenobuddies, it has become clear to me that they have not the slightest intention of invading our star. They are no threat to us. They're from the star. But he is, you know of whom I speak, that devious Master Poo-Poo, and his diabolical devices devised solely for world domination. So I have to investigate him further to learn the intricacies of his plan, but I may require aid, not to mention your interpretation. I'll even pay your retainer fee, so please, when the time comes, join me on my quest for the truth. One step at a time. John, my apologies for the wait. Shall we proceed to business then? The task at hand concerns nothing less than a family legacy. The recreation of the historically significant and astronomically magnificent Manderville weapons. They are designs of a distant ancestor, you see. While the originals have long since vanished, the manual containing the secrets of their construction survived, a precious heirloom passed down through generations of Mandervilles. Why the sudden passion for weaponsmithing? It is true that as a goldsmith, I've had little occasion for crafting implements of war. Why this project and why now, you may very well ask, then I shall very well tell you. The tale begins not so long ago. I was here in Radzat Han to discuss a deal with an up-and-coming merchant. The matter in question was an acquisition proposal. Alas, the talk soured, so I made preparations to depart. It was then that the sky burst into flame. You know all too well what horrors followed. I did my best to defend the citizenry from the beasts which spawned, yet I could not save them all. Saved far too few, in fact. The memory of it haunted me, day and night, and I found myself unable to work. But then I heard the news of how you and your companions had ventured forth to banish this evil at its source. You forged on in the face of the deepest despair, and it gave me the courage to do the same. I took a good hard look in the looking glass and asked, what can Godbird Manderville do to safeguard the people of the star? Thus did I realize that I had both the knowledge and the skill to forge the greatest of weapons, that I might empower others to protect themselves and their fellow man. So I began going down the list, acquiring the necessary materials with a single-minded purpose. One of these was a goodly chunk of purest mandarium ore, a metal found exclusively in meteorites, and that only rarely. Searched high and low, scouring impact sites and consorting with kobolds, all to no avail. Then, when none was to be found on Heidelin, I set my sights on the moon, where I at last obtained a sizable sample. Now I say at last, but the list of materials goes on. If I'm to collect the rest in a timely fashion, I must employ the help of a comrade of quality. When you can spare a moment from adventuring or aiding my dear son in his inspecting, pray drop a word in the ear of my manservant here. I shall clear my schedule of trivial interruptions, and we can proceed with the recreation of a manual weapon forthwith. Meanwhile, elsewhere in Radzatan. That's a terrible disguise. Sound the alarm! A prisoner is escaping! And with that, that is going to complete part 2 of the somehow even further Hildibrand adventures. Stay tuned.